Welcome to Above Par. I'm your host, Kathy Hartwood. I show you how to take more of your talent to the golf course without practicing harder, taking more lessons, or buying new equipment. I show you how to end the frustration of underperforming so you can start playing to your potential. This is where you are going to learn how to think above par so you can play below par. Let's get to it. Hello, my golf friend. Welcome back to Think Above Par. I am super happy that you're here. Hope you're having a beautiful week. And I just want to thank you all for listening and reaching out to me. I've had so much feedback about the Mental Golf Monday tips, bringing it to your club or having it for yourself and being on the email list. And I appreciate you all sharing it with your golf pros and your club managers and your golf associations to share the tips with the people in your community, because I love spreading the mental golf love to everybody. The world would be a better place if everybody can manage their mind a little bit better. And I appreciate it a lot. So you can get on my Mental Golf Monday list at tips.masteryourgolfbrain.com. You can just sign up right there and you'll get a tip every Monday. And also there's a QR code that the club could post or you can share with your golf association. And a new tip will be on that QR code every Monday. So if it's posted around the club, people can zap that before they go out and play, get a little insight, some motivation, maybe some clarity so that they can perform better and play better and feel better out on the golf course. So I love all the enthusiasm behind having that. And I'm excited about launching that. And speaking of launching, I launched two things at the same time. The Master Your Golf Brain system, which is powered by my Mental Caddy. I just get really excited about all the things that I created on just coming up with new ways and systems and ideas for you to be able to simply, easily transform the way that you show up on the golf course. So, and speaking of which, I wanted to give Naomi a shout out. She had purchased the Master Your Golf Brain system, and last week she made a post that she had her personal best round, overcame her nemesis hole, which is no longer her nemesis hole, and hit it in a penalty area and still had her personal best round after using some of the tools inside of the My Mental Caddy app. By the way, the app is not available in the App Store. I have not done that yet. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do that and deal with all the Apple stuff. So I had a lot of people looking for it online, and it is an app hosted all through a URL. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Naomi on putting it to work right away. That's how fast it can happen. Sometimes we are really just one thought away, one shift, one pivot, one way of looking at things differently. We don't have to overcomplicate things. Like, what's one area that really would, if it changed, transform the way that you show up on the golf course? That's where you start. So I jumped on a call with one of my clients, Hallie, and she's doing amazing. And we talked about energy. And I'm a big energy person because I can feel people's energy when it comes into the room, and you may or may not be like this because I know a lot of people who are not really aware of their energy. Have you ever been in a room where someone just busted in the door, or maybe they're super angry or they have lots of energy, and you were in a totally different state and it affected you? You could feel them in the room. I've told some of my clients, we have an odor when we come into the room. This is our energy. And sometimes it can smell and it affects the room. Whether someone's coming into a meeting or they're coming into a party or they just showed up at lunch and sat down at the table, right? We can feel their energy, and we are responsible for the energy that we give out. We are the producer of that, and we can change it. We are not at the effect of it. It's not something that's happening to us. We have full agency over it. And that energy, that emotional state, that feeling really does impact your golf in a tremendous way. This is just a different way of me talking about your emotional state. We'll just think about it as energy, even a mood. I saw this sign that was posted at a doctor's office or at a hospital. I'm not really sure the exact location, but it was something along the lines of be very conscious of the energy you bring into this room, because the people in that room were trying to heal. That's how sensitive they were in that industry and aware of the impact that we can have on other people with our energy. So with that being said, I want to talk about the energy you bring to the golf course. And Hallie brought this up, and I thought it was such a great point. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do a podcast on that. So thank you, Hallie. So to tell you a little bit about where it came up for her is she noticed the transition between the front nine and the back nine. Her energy was so different on the front, and she was struggling. She was playing in a team event, They made the turn and they were second from last. And as she made the turn, she gave herself a talking to. It's kind of like where you pull yourself up by your bootstraps, so to speak. And she said, listen, you gotta get your shit together. Let's go. This is not who you are. She gave herself a pep talk and then her golf turned around. Then she played like the golfer that she knows she is. And the key here is that her talent didn't go anywhere. Her skill set didn't suddenly change because she went from 9 to 10. That's not realistic or logical. What happened was she shifted her energy and her state. One of the things that she noticed was that her partner's state and energy moved with her. So on the front 9, her partner was also a little frazzled or down and a little low. And when she shifted her energy and her state, she brought with her her partner. This is the power of our energy. It is magnetic. Whether we push people down and we shift and lower their energy, like that phrase, like buzzkill, like someone comes in like, man, you're just such a buzzkill. We had such a great energy going on. You just suck the energy out of the room. Or someone who lights a room up when they walk in the door and the energy changes. You have the power to do that. You're doing that whether you know it or not. And are you aware of it? Are you self-aware enough? And are you aware enough of how it affects the energy that you have on the golf course? Are you being affected by the other people in your group when their energy, if you're playing with a Debbie Downer or somebody who's just really in a bad mood, are you letting them magnetically pull your energy with them? Because it's going to impact your golf. I make the analogy in middle school basketball. So these basketball kids are out playing, whether it's a boys team or a girls team. And sometimes they get so far behind. This score differential, I think in middle school and high school sometimes can be really huge just based on skill set. And so they're really, really behind. They're like 30 points behind. They're not even halfway through the game. And the energy on the court is very low. The team as a group is dribbling a little slower. They're not as enthusiastic about their shooting. They're passing. Their plays aren't really getting put together. Everybody's head's a little down. So the coach recognizes that the team is down. He pulls them over, calls a timeout, and what does he do? He tries to lift their energy. Come on, let's go. Let's go. You guys got this. He's clapping his hands, having everybody high-five each other. That change right there in that state, doing those actions can change the energy inside of you. Like going into a Superman pose, clapping your hands over your head, walking a little bit faster, doing a couple jumping jacks, whatever it is, right? That changes your state and your energy and can shift your mood very quickly. Conversely, let's say this basketball team is super excited, right? And the energy is going really fast. And now they're running and they're not setting up plays. They're missing shots. They're being careless. The coach is like, time out, come over here. Everybody take a breather. Let's slow down. He's going to talk slower. He's like, all right, let's take our time out there. So not a basketball coach. I really don't know what he's saying, but you get the gist. Now he's taking, what he's trying to do is lower the energy. These are moments where we have to do that after we've made a hole in one, right? We got to lower our energy. We've got too much energy going on. We're in too high of a state. So you get to control that if you recognize it in yourself. That's what Hallie did. That was amazing. She grabbed herself by her bootstraps and gave her a talking to, but she talked to herself in the way that works for her. It might not work for her partner. That's the way that she likes to be motivated. Like, get your shit together. Let's go. You got this. This is not who you are. Say that to somebody else, that might deflate them a little bit more. So it's important to know how you want to talk to yourself, whether you want to lift your energy up or whether you need to calm yourself down. But if you're playing with somebody in your group, a partner in your group, it's a team event, your energy is going to affect your partner, and your partner's energy is likely going to affect you, unless you're really self-aware and really, really great at creating a boundary around that. But in a bigger picture, I want to throw it out there for you to be more self-aware about the energy that you bring into your foursome, because it's a moving office, right? We're stuck in this little container that we really can't get away from for 4 or 5 hours. So if you were in a meeting in a closed door environment and somebody came in with really crappy energy and you had to be stuck in there for 4 or 5 hours, it's eventually going to affect you, let alone that you're trying to perform. Now, it's not that dramatic on the golf course because you can get some space, but you are moving through the golf course in this container of a foursome. So as the doctor's office or the hospital had said, be really aware of the energy that you're bringing to this room. I just want to share with you, be really aware of the energy that you're bringing not only to the foursome, but to yourself and your golf game throughout the round. All right, my friend? I'd love to see you taking advantage of the Master Your Golf Brain system. And of course, I'd love to have you on the list to get the Mental Golf Monday tips. And if you think it'd be something that would benefit your club or your association, I have a super easy form that you can fill out. I'll just send you a QR code and use it all you like. It's totally free. There is zero charge for these tips, whether you host it at a club or you get them in your email box. All right, my friends, because everybody deserves to play golf with a well-managed mind. All right, I'll talk to you next Wednesday. Bye.